A pillowcase is a great project for beginners. See how easy it is to sew a pillowcase from a yard of fabric. First, wash and dry the fabric so it can shrink before you begin. Next, cut the fabric to size. I copied the measurements of a pillowcase that measured 34.5 inches by 41.5 inches, or 20 3/4 inches when folded. With the right side of the fabric facing down, measure, clip, and iron a 1/2 inch hem along one of the 41.5 inch lengths. This will be the opening of the pillowcase. Now fold the 1/2 inch hem over and measure, clip, and iron a 2 inch hem. Next, pin the hem in place before moving to the sewing machine. Remove the presser foot and lower the needle. Measure and mark 1 15/16 inches from the needle for a stitch 1/16 inch off the hem fold. Place blue painter's tape or masking tape to mark the measurement for use as a guide. Using the tape as a guide, sew a straight stitch along the length of the hem. Here is what the finished hem should look like. With the fabric inside out, align and clip the edges of the pillowcase. Then sew a straight stitch with an approximate 1/4 inch seam allowance along the side and bottom edges of the pillowcase. Now remove the general purpose presser foot and install an overcast presser foot. This Dream Stitch overcast presser foot is available on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. The overcast foot has an edge guide that the fabric should be aligned with as you feed the fabric for stitching. This opening is where the needle moves back and forth. Manually operate the sewing machine to make sure that the needle does not hit the presser foot as it stitches to the left and right. The center bar or bridge supports the stitch and prevents the fabric edge from curling or bunching up. Set your sewing machine for an overcast stitch and adjust the width and tension as appropriate. After some experimentation on some scrap fabric, I found that the tension set at 6 and width at 5 worked best for my machine. Using the edge guide on the overcast presser foot, sew the raw edges of the fabric seams. This will protect the raw fabric edge and minimize fraying. Here is what the finished overcast stitch should look like. And here is a factory overcast stitch compared to our overcast stitch. Not too bad for beginners. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with family and friends and check out some of my other videos.